have you helped your sister recover after her almost burning down the gym?
That happened so long ago. I don't even know. I think it might be fixed now.
Jamie Lynn Spears is back on TV in the upcoming series on Netflix, Sweet Magnolias. It is so sweet. So welcome back to TV, Jamie Lynn, and welcome to ET. But what was it about this show in particular that made you say, that's it, that's how I'm going to make my return?
It was really, honestly, one of those things that fell into place. I went into Netflix to meet with about something completely different, and then as I was talking to them, they were like, "Would you ever consider doing you know, a role in a series on Netflix?" And I was like, "Yes. First off, any job where I get to go act and play pretend, of course I want to." And then it was just by chance that all the people who are the main people to give you the nod if you can do the show or not. Yeah. We sat down and we were able to have breakfast, and it was kind of like one of those things where I fell in love with the character. I felt like I've been her in many ways, and I just kind of had compassion for the character, and I loved the people who were working on it, and they took a chance on me, and I got to be a part of the show. So it really was just a big blessing in disguise.
You said you wanted to build a life with me.
Now, Noreen, she is obviously the other woman, but she is the other woman with some baggage, quite literally, because she's pregnant. She is a child, so she's preparing to have a baby with her new man who was formerly married and has children. So what was it like portraying a pregnant woman? What did you tap into? Did you tap into your own experiences there on that front?
Well, it was weird because we filmed this last summer, and last summer my youngest was only a year old, and so I just, I felt like I just lost the belly, and so they're like, put it back on. But truthfully, it added a whole nother dimension to her, and it was definitely different. I've never played anyone pregnant on TV, but it's, having to be conscious of that and aware of that, and me as a mom and having a little baby, I just think that even added more to my compassion for her. Not only is she walking around probably with the shame of, the whole situation that's fallen out, but also now it's literally, she's wearing it under her shirt, and so there's no hiding it. So in a small town especially, I think that was, it added a little bit more to the character, and I loved it, and I kind of miss the belly now. It looked real. The way they dressed me made it really look real. I was really comfortable with it. I'd forget sometimes that, I had my other little sidekick, which was the belly. And what was cool is, as the show went on, there was different sizes to the belly. So it was like the first 2 episodes you're in size 1, then the second 2 I was in a bigger size. It was like I really was growing on the show, so I thought that was really cool as well.
You eating a s'more? That's your first s'more.
Oh, do the girls fully understand what it is that Mama does?
Maddie fully gets it. She completely understands, it was cool that I got a show on Netflix. That was cool, and I was kind of proud of myself for the first time. I did something that Maddie thinks is sort of cool. And Ivy my mom and Ivy actually came with me the whole time while I was because we shot in Georgia. So the whole time we were there, my mom and Ivy were with me, and Maddie would come back and forth with my husband because, she is a preteen with a full-on, softball schedule and all of that. So I would come there, they would come here, and, Georgia's not that far from me, but it definitely was the first time, because now that she's 11, it's the first time that I was able to really talk to her. Look, I know it stinks that I got to be gone for this amount of time, but we get to, think about all the good things that we get to do when I'm home or whatever it is. So it's been different, but it's nice because she understands what's going on around her.
How are you guys staying in touch with everyone? Because you've had birthdays to celebrate, anniversaries. We have all been, at a social distance from other folks.
Yes.
We did see recently that Britney was in Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that was when this all first went down, nobody really knew, we still don't really know what to expect from day to day. So when it first happened, we all kind of thought a week or 2 was going to be what was, expected. We weren't really sure, but as it got bigger and really blown out of proportion, Britney was like, I want to come home. I don't want to be by myself, out here, because all of her family's pretty much here. So she was able to come home for, it was almost 2 weeks or so. She was here for my birthday and for Ivy's birthday. But then, of course, she has her children and all of that stuff in her home. So she went back to Los Angeles, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. But again, I think she went back with the intentions of like, this was only going to be another week or so. And then they added on more time. So we're all just trying to abide by the rules and do what we're supposed to do. And having our family has been the biggest blessing too. I mean, we're driving each other absolutely insane, you know, about things you would normally get mad about. But also at the end of the day, at least we have each other, you know, and that's been really fortunate as well. You know, some people really don't have anybody to quarantine with, and we do. So I'm thankful that we're here driving each other crazy. And I'm thankful, you know, that everybody's gotten to be here back and forth.
Who taught you how to drive stick? You a fool with it, love the way you fool with it.
I know, right? It's something that you definitely have to be thankful for right now, even when your family's driving you bonkers and someone's chewing too loud or they're doing something else that's just like, what are you doing? How you have that habit, you know?
Exactly.
It's so crazy. But I gotta say, thank goodness you and your sister are keeping us entertained. You, obviously, with your tidbits from the show and with the family and some philanthropic things that you're doing here, which is awesome. But also, I gotta ask you, Britt is especially candid on Instagram. Does she run any of her posts by you?
No. She just posts what she wants to post, and I think that that's what makes it. I think that's what makes it more genuine. You know, like at times, you know, especially when we're bored, you know, you just kind of post what you feel like posting, and you know, it was fun. We've been able to do some good things. You know, we did the Do Your Part challenge, which was really awesome. Me and her and a bunch of other celebrities were able to give back, and it was really cool because when it started, kind of grassroots started, my manager Alexis was kind of like, look, we got to figure out how we're going to give back. And literally, like, I was online, like, picking out the things to send to these people, but asking them, like, what do you need? What can I help with? And now looking at the amount of time this whole quarantine has gone down, I'm just so thankful that we were able to find a way to do something any way that we could and help people. So I think that's what social media has been the best for, is we can, you know, do silly stuff like we all do, but we also can connect to each other and help each other. So I think that's been the biggest blessing about social media. Yeah, we do silly TikTok videos, but we're also trying to have fun, and we're trying to use it for something better as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi guys, I'm in my gym right now. I haven't been in here for like 6 months because I burnt my gym down, unfortunately. I had 2 candles, and yeah, one thing led to another, and I burned it down.
Have you helped your sister recover after her almost burning down the gym?
That happened so long ago. I don't even know. I think it might be fixed now. It happened like a couple months ago. But, you know, I guess working out and staying healthy is a big part of it. So it just seemed like a relevant time to share information that you hadn't recently, you know, you hadn't shared before, I guess.
Yeah, well, it definitely resonated with me how my mom's always like, blow those candles out when you leave the room. I was like, okay.
We don't like candles in our house because I'm not good with candles. My husband had an incident with a candle in college where it like burnt down his house or something. So literally we just decided like no candles. So I think that we can prevent any future fires.
Yeah, I think you need to tell your sister that too.
Yeah, apparently.
Right. What area of the home are you in chatting with us today?
We're in the study right now. This is kind of like where I tried to, like, you know, tried to disappear to, but come here, baby. But of course they always find me. So this is where we try to do our work, schoolwork, all that kind of stuff.
Who's coming?
Come here, cheater.
Oh, come here, baby. You don't have to take your shoes off. Oh. This is Ivy.
Hello. Oh my gosh, Ivy. Hi, I'm Rachel. Hi.
Hello.
I love your pigtails. Hi.
Thank you. I have curly hair, so we have to pull it back.
How are you guys keeping yourselves entertained at home? Obviously, you've had schoolwork. What else are you trying to do to keep the kids entertained?
We've been, you know, working out, trying to just stay active, and my daughter, who's on a softball team, they have like a workout routine that they all have to do, which has been good because they've all stayed in contact with each other about reaching their goals each week. And so I think that's something fun to do, is set goals with your friends or whatever it is and kind of keep in touch with each other. Like, I hit this goal today, or I hit that today, or what. It could be simple. Yeah. So we've been doing that and basically just living outside. Like, I don't think we've been outside this much since I was 10 years old. Like, we're outside on the swing sets, running around. A lot of cooking. I've eaten so much. I'm going to literally weigh 600 pounds, but that's fine. You know, like, you gotta keep your mental health healthy. That's just as important as your physical health. So I would say stay active, getting some sunlight, and you know, just being creative with what you can do and being okay with it not being perfect. That's how we've stayed somewhat sane most days anyways.
Yeah, I know. Right? We all have our days, that is for sure. And you guys have also been busy with some TikToks over there as well.
I'm gonna show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up.
Honestly, TikTok, when I first started doing it, I'm not really I don't really know what I'm doing, but thankfully I have an 11-year-old that lives with me who knows what she's doing. She doesn't have her own TikTok, but she basically controls mine. So she decides what videos we're going to do and we do it. And sometimes I'm dancing and sometimes we're doing the little PSAs about, you know, trying to make light of a heavy situation. So that's been, especially for your children, I think it's important to try to show them, you know, to find the positive in some sides of this, and doing something like that was a fun way for us to, you know, spread something that was a little bit positive about this whole situation. And you know, my husband thinks it's ridiculous. He's like, oh my gosh, you are a grown woman. What are you doing on TikTok? And I'm like, I'm having a great time. And we gain followers and we're connecting with people. So let's just, you know, we got to learn to laugh a little bit. And TikTok is fun. And I know I'm ridiculous, but I'm having a good time. So
and you got to embrace it. And you got to tell the hubs to embrace it too. He needs to get on the TikTok bandwagon with you girls. Oh
my gosh. If I got him on there, it would be really impressive on my part.
What are you and Maddie working on for your next TikTok?
I don't know. Which dance was it that you wanted to do next?
Maddie, let me get a preview, young lady. What's the next one that you want?
We definitely like to be creative, but we also like to do some of the dances.
She loves, this was huge. Charlie, what's her name? Yeah. I know her name, but I don't want to say it wrong. Charlie, she apparently somehow or another followed me, and swear to God, that is the first time my daughter was like, wow, this is amazing. It's the first time I was like, really, like, forget Netflix, forget anything. That was the moment that my daughter was really proud of me. So that was, I think that she's the really popular one on there, so we try to do some of her videos too. And Addison. So whatever they're doing, we're doing, just not as good, but that's who we try to do our videos after.
Oh, please. You guys are nailing it, Maddie. You're doing an awesome job.
All right. Don't break my boyfriend.
And you're not saying goodbye to television just yet. You've got a little reunion, Zoey 101.
Well, honestly, it's something that, kept being brought up to me, whether it was on social media, whether it was in a, formal way, whatever it was. And for me, I was like, we can make this a reality. Of course, I want to do it. This would be great. I loved Zoey. She was a big part of my life, a big part of a lot of people's lives. And so we did a mini reunion on All That with Nickelodeon, where I brought back one of the sketches that I did while I was on All That. And the cast of Zoey came, and it was like old times. I mean, just one big chaotic family getting back together again. And I was like, we really should make this happen. So if everything falls into place, then I'm totally down for Zoey, a Zoey reboot of some sort. And hopefully everything can work out and we can make it happen. And I would love to see where Zoey is and where all of her friends is and the PCA gang. So hopefully that will be something that happens after all this quarantine stuff kind of gets put to rest.
I know, right? Will we see it in the form of a movie or a new series?
Literally, we are, these are baby conversations. So we're just trying to figure out what would the story be? We want it to be right. We don't want to, just, we don't want to just do it as something that just gets thrown away just to do it for the sake of doing it. So if we do it, I think it just would have to be the right fit, right time. So.
Well, I love that. I feel like I've grown up with you as well. And so it's nice to see you just flourishing and growing into this beautiful young woman. And it's just crazy to see you now as this character who's a mom to be. But I'm like, duh, she's already a mom in real life. But
it was weird. It was definitely weird because the last time I'd really worked as an actress was as a child, essentially. I think the last time I really had a scripted role was I was 15, 16 or something. So being on set as an adult and then working around children was so bizarre. First off, you don't have the child labor laws on you anymore. They can work you all night if they want to. And I was like, oh gosh, I miss those days. But then also just, seeing it from an adult point of view, working with children was it was completely different. And it was nice because I still loved it. it was like I still felt like a kid on set. So, but it was weird. It was so strange being around kids on set and them getting their schoolwork done. And I remember all of that so vividly. And I just get to sit there on my phone and I'm like, wow, okay, this is nice. I don't have to do any schoolwork while I'm on set. I feel like I should be helping them with their homework or something.
Does it feel good to be back?
Oh, it feels great. Why haven't I been doing this constantly? You know, I think, you know, life has a way of just, you know, putting itself in the right place at the right time. And this was it. This was the right place, right time. I was so thankful to be able to be a part of the show. And I love it. And I want to do it as much as I can. I think any way that I can have my creative outlet is where I want to do it. And I've missed acting. And I'm just happy to be back and happy to see what's next. And happy for everyone to get to meet Noreen because I love her. And just to get to see everyone in Serenity because it's really special. And I love it and I hope everyone else will too.
Oh, well, thank you.